Here's an opening statement. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is real. We live in a construct of our own reality. Oh, I've completely gone mad. Well, maybe not. You and I are human. And as humans, most of us, we construct what we perceive as reality. Because we are human. We see various frequencies, we hear various sounds, we can touch, we can smell with our senses. But what I'm going to tell you today from latest physics is that none of this is here. We do not live in the world, in the universe that we perceive in any way. So let's go down that path today and explore the latest ideas of what really is space, time, and UFOs. By the 19th century, smart humans already knew that everything is just electromagnetic energy, bonds holding stuff together that give the illusion of form. They could measure those bonds. They saw the relationship between electromagnetism, magnetism, and electricity. But we humans still held on to the belief that atoms were solid. Plum puddings or meatballs of actual stuff. We all thought that a rock is a rock, but it's not solid. A rock is only a collection of electromagnetic energy holding it together to form what we think is solid, but actually is just a strong bond. And the world of solidity, of atoms, of matter, of our reality was blown right open by Ernest Rutherford, who described the atom as hollow space. The distance between the electron and the tiny, tiny nucleus of an atom is like hitting a fly in a cathedral. Rutherford fired alpha particles through solid gold, one of the densest metals that we know, and they went right through. There's nothing there. But today, over 100 years later, physics goes much further. Nothing is here at all. You construct your own space, your own perception of time. You live in the past, the present, and the future in your head. So because we create our own reality, our perception of what we see, we feel, we touch, and we hear, an alien race, a UFO, a UAP, could easily exist just outside of our perception of reality and just pling into existence anywhere, at any time, in any space. Could it be that us being human is why we perceive UAP in the way that we do? We're not seeing the big picture. We're seeing a construct of time, of space, as a human. What we're not seeing is the true nature of the energy of our universe. Now, most of the time you don't need to. You can walk around, put your feet on the ground, work in time and space. It's good enough. And we humans are clever little bunnies. We can work within the constraints of being human, living on planet Earth, and construct things using the energies in the reality we perceive. Metal is metal, stone is stone, water is water. But none of it is actually true. It's only how we perceive it. In a fascinating new study, it has been proved that our brain constructs time. We live in a space matrix that we actually build as we move around. It seems that our brain has a clock that puts down odd markers, boom, boom, and boom. And as we move around, we measure the space and the time from that internal human, very human clock. And that defines space and time for us, but it's only how we perceive it and process the information. So when we go, ooh, highly strange, that's something from the bigger reality entering our perception system, and it breaks the rules. The number one question as a UAP UFO researcher and a science inquiring mind that I have a real struggle with answering is, how would an alien from another planet ever get here without bending space and time? The time it would take is way beyond any life of an organic life form. Even if aliens could travel immensely fast, it would take them, in our reality, our perception of time, thousands of years to travel from a planet in our own galaxy to little Earth. But that's not what they do. It's come to a big realization to me that we're looking for clues in the wrong place. We're using our own human perception to assess what we see as the highly strange, filtered through our senses. What we as citizens need to do, and what the physicists and possibly the military have already realized, is that you need to break the bonds of human perception and start looking at the bigger reality of energy. And when they have done that, what they have found is anything is possible. There is no space, there is no time, there is no distance, there is no past, there is no present, there is no future. It all exists in this giant new reality. It's a tough one to accept, and also as a science filmmaker, it's hard for me to communicate what exactly a real reality or an other reality would be like. But hey viewers, I invite you to start thinking about it. Realize that you need to break your bonds of how you sense the world and time and space, and realize it's only a construct of you being you that makes that happen. And once you look outside of those boundaries, the mysteries of the universe start becoming a little more obvious. I hope that was intriguing to you, because once you start thinking outside your box, outside of what you perceive as reality, anything is possible, because the truth is out there.